Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Zora, which is a project I called before this massive rally. You guys know I gave a call for Avantis and it did a 10x in 10 days. Straight after that call, I gave a call on Zora because I thought it was the project with the most potential in the market at the time. And since then, it has had a very nice rally. It just officially got listed on Robinhood Exchange. Those of you who trade stocks and shares, you'll know Robinhood. It's one of the biggest names out there in the stock market, if not the biggest. It's also pretty big for crypto, and it's a big deal when a crypto gets listed on Robinhood because there's not that many gems on Robinhood. Robinhood only really lists the big high cap coins. And the fact that it's gone and listed Zora is incredibly bullish for Zora holders. You can see on the Robinhood app, if you go to the tradable section in crypto, Zora is the coin that comes up at the very top. And as I said, that is extremely bullish because it means more and more eyes are going to be on Zora. And since this news on the Robinhood exchange listing, you can see the price action has been tremendously bullish. It has pumped 56%. And from the lows that I was telling people that I was actually buying, Zora has pumped 94%. A lot of people panic sold during these lows, but I actually went and bought more Zora, and I'll show you the receipts for that here. So you can see this buy signal here on Zora. I gave a buy signal at 48, 0.048. That was my most recent buy signal on Zora. And you can see since then it has pumped huge. Despite the overall market actually not doing anything, it actually pumped around 70%. But the main region I was loading up on Zora was within this golden pocket for me, because that was the most obvious region to be accumulating. Despite the fact we had a bit of a liquidity grab to the downside, I stuck to my conviction and doubled down on the play when it dumped. And in this video today, I'm going to be talking about Zora and telling you the reasons why I'm so bullish on it. So for those of you who don't know, Zora is a social media coin. It is very similar to something like Instagram, but the difference is it has Web3 systems within it, you could say. You can actually sell shares within your post. So like, look at this post here. We've got some guy doing a drawing of a cartoon character, and you can see that this has raised $216, and that is essentially the market cap of this image. And I can actually go and buy a share within this image or within this video, and I have digital ownership of that. So it's a good gimmick. Whether it will last long term and be a long term thing, I don't know. But it's certainly a good gimmick. It's certainly something that could work in cryptocurrency and generate a lot of hype when retail comes back. And for me, that is a reason why I am indeed very bullish on Zora, because it integrates social media and crypto together very nicely. And that's a narrative we haven't seen do typically too well in cryptocurrency. We've seen NFTs do really well, but we haven't seen NFTs in a social media setting do that well. A lot of these social media coins actually ended up failing, but Zora is one with tremendous backing. And that is why I put my money into this coin, because I went and looked at the backers. When a crypto is well backed like Zora with $60 million in VC fundraising, you're getting yourself into a serious project. And you can see Coinbase Ventures raised a lot of money for Zora. $50 million across these three VCs, with Coinbase Ventures being one of them. And that is exactly why I am so bullish on Zora, is because it is well backed. And when coins are well backed, typically they have good connections. It's not always what you know, it's who you know. That saying is very true in life, and it's certainly true in crypto when it comes to exchange listings. And that is why we've seen Zora get listed on not only Coinbase, not only Binance Alpha, but also now Robinhood, which is arguably the biggest out of all of them. In terms of the price action, my target on Zora is a breakout to all-time highs. I can't exactly give you a time frame on that, but when you look at the regular RSI, you can see that we are far from those topping levels that it was at previously. The RSI on the daily went all the way up to 94, and right now we're not even really, at 60. So there's a lot of room for upside potential here. Had this news came out on a green day for the market, could you imagine how much Zora would have pumped? It probably would have pumped 2, 3, 4x maybe from this piece of news. But because it happened during a red day, we haven't got as much of a positive effect on the price chart, because the sentiment right now in crypto is pretty bleak. But if retail come back, this is going to be a coin that they will eat up, because it blends loads of things together that they know about and they understand. And those are generally the coins that do very well in crypto. So Zora is available on Robinhood. When you go into the Robinhood app, it's actually the first thing that comes up on the tradable section above Bitcoin and XRP. So there's going to be a ton of new investors just simply buying Zora, looking into it just because it's on the Robinhood app. And you guys know, US investors, they're all on Robinhood on their phone. They're just gambling away essentially in the casino, and Zora is one of these projects they can gamble on now. There's talks of live streaming as well coming to Zora as a potential feature in the future. So in my view, there is massively untapped potential. But short term, I'm looking for it to get above this 0.5 level. And then obviously we take it level by level. We have the 0.382. We have the 0.236. But short term on Zora, I would be looking at the fib extension levels. We had a pretty clear rejection, you could say, not exactly to the T, but we had a little bit of a rejection maybe at the 382 level. I would then be targeting the 0.5, then the golden pocket, then the 786. Obviously, we work our way up. We take it level by level. But until I see the daily RSI really, really high, I still believe there is a big move in the works on Zora. And for me, it is still a decent DCA, even at these levels. Though it's not a great DCA, and I'm not recommending people buy here, I still think you're going to thank yourself in a few weeks or months when this thing finally has a very big rally to the upside like it did here and had this major impulsive move as we had a very good risk on pump in crypto. So that wraps up my video today on Zora. Price action's looking great despite the overall market going down, and that is exactly why I recommend you guys join the VIP group, because I was loading up on Zora left, right, and center. You can see multiple buy alerts here. I think I dropped maybe $40,000 in total on Zora. I dropped a good amount of money, and fortunately, it is seeing a nice rally now. So check it out. There's a 24/7 active Discord community in the VIP group, and you know, people are in here 24/7 sharing their trades. You can see a quick little scalp here on Zora, 40% profits, 60% profits. There's one here, 53% profits. People making money on Blowfin trading Zora. And if you want to trade on the best crypto exchange, make sure to use my Blowfin link linked down below. That is the exchange I'm personally using and all my VIP members are using, and we're printing on that right now. You can get a sign-up bonus if you hit the link down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Goodbye.